Hello, this is a quick video on if you have a 2001 Ford Sport Trac, here's how to replace the blend door actuator. Basically, it was wintertime and I was getting no heat, and it turned out to be a problem with the actuator. So I'm going to show you first where it is. And the 01 is a little different than a lot of other Explorers, but you got to go in behind the glove box. Now behind the glove box, you'll see I got it illuminated. There's the actuator. You can see that's the power cord going to the actuator. It sits right up there. Important to note, not a lot of room. You got two screws, or three screws. One here, one over here, and one in the back, directly behind where the plug goes in on the back side. There's a third spot, a bracket where you can put a screw through on the back far corner, but thankfully there's no screw in there. There's just a peg that it goes on. Okay, so that's, and it's also important to note back on this side of the device toward the back is a little probe that goes down, or an actuating arm that goes down into the vent system here, and it moves the blend door back and forth. Okay, but the key is getting this plug off, getting that screw off, very simple. They're all 8mm. The screw in the back is a pain to get to, and replacing it's also a pain, but I'll give you one quick tip I had. I don't know if you can see it right here. See that fishing line? That fishing line is tied to the screw in the very back. You want to tie a piece of fishing line on it, so if you drop it, when it falls back behind the vent, you just pull it back out. That fishing line is critical. I give credit to somebody, another YouTuber who talked about that. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you the device that I took out so you can see more about it. Going over here. And so I don't have to throw you around. Hopefully I've got this little tripod thing here that'll work. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit, and I will keep it out. Okay, here's the device that I removed. Okay, you can see we're looking at from this angle before. You can see the power plug right there. Here's the two brackets for the screws that go in there, 8mm screws, very simple to fix. This back bracket here has the other screw. Hard to get to because you've got to reach over the top to get to it, and there's no room almost. This bracket goes onto a peg, so you don't need to worry about that. And then the armature I told you about is right here. This is what goes down into the vent system there and actuates the door and turns. What's key to notice here is the orientation. You see for the 01, see, let me see if it's kind of shaped like a D. So you need to get the receiver down in the vent to be in the same orientation of this, or it won't go. What I did to make that happen, if you take a look at this here again, take this off. If you want to repair it, that's another story. I pulled this thing out, stuck it in the vehicle down in the hole, and was able to move the door to where I wanted it to be. It tends to drift to the rear like this. If it drifts all the way to the rear like that, it's really hard to get the new one in there because you got to put it in and rotate it to fit and drop down in the hole. And it just is hard to do. It's easier to use this thing as a tool. You know, you basically take this thing out, go into your car, put it in the hole, and then rotate a little bit this way. It also helps if you have a little dental mirror to look back there and see how it's oriented. Okay, so that's that. But as you can see, once again, getting that in was a bit of a trial because you don't have much room there. And it helps if you get a long needle nose where you can hold on to this front end while you're maneuvering it, because you can barely get your hand on top of it. And again, this is the screw that has the fishing line on it. So if you only got to, basically to get that screw in there, you got one hand. Well, here, let me show you. What I did, because you're looking at kind of like this, is I got a pair of pliers, long needle nose pliers holding the screw, and then my hand I got in there. And actually I didn't use needle nose pliers. I used one of those little magnet devices. Hold on a second. I used one of these right here, and I held the screw with that. With the screw with the fishing line on it, and I was able to send it back there. And then once I got about where it should be, with this finger or this hand, I was able to push it down in there, pull this off, and then with two fingers, give it just enough twist to take hold so that I could then use my my ratchet to put it in now. Now, another thing I'm going to recommend, and I'll put a link to it, this kind of ratchet. This is a 1/4 inch, 9-inch long ratchet. You can see It's got a flexible head, 72 teeth. You like 72 teeth, so because you don't have a lot of room to get back there and turn this thing. Okay, I originally got it out using this. This is a vintage Craftsman. I have it because I'm kind of vintage myself, but you can see the size of it. I mean, you already don't have much room. Look how much bigger here. Let me get it here. Look how much bigger that thing is. So this is the way to go. I think this was like 20 bucks on Amazon. And with this, you can, once you get that thing in there, you can put this on top and then hold it down with your hand and start twisting it. But I mean, it's a pain. Make sure you got plenty of time and patience to make this happen. Once you do all that, you'll be good to go. And good luck.